Elon Musk is so intelligent that it's no surprise people expect his children to inherit his sharp mind and curiosity. While Musk doesn't put pressure on his kids to follow in his footsteps, one of them, a-xii A-12, has already caught the world's attention. Recently, Elon broke his silence about X, describing the 4-year-old's extraordinary intelligence and unique interests. But could he be the heir to Musk's groundbreaking legacy? Join us as we uncover what Elon revealed about his son a-xii A-12's intelligence. Exploring Elon Musk's IQ, we cannot talk about Elon Musk's son's intelligence without discussing the brilliant mind of Elon Musk himself. The man is a living enigma, often described as a visionary, innovator, and genius. But what's really going on upstairs in that extraordinary brain of his? Many have speculated about Elon's IQ, pegging it in the 150 to 160 range. If those numbers are accurate, it would put him in the exceptionally gifted category, on par with the likes of Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. Impressive, right? However, intelligence isn't just about numbers. Elon's genius goes beyond an IQ score. It's about how he uses his mind to solve problems, learn fast, and create things that leave the rest of us wondering, is that even possible? What sets Elon apart is his ability to think creatively. His mind works in a way that allows him to imagine solutions that sound like science fiction, like reusable rockets or self-driving cars, and then turn those ideas into reality. Take SpaceX, for example. While most of us struggle to assemble IKEA furniture, Elon taught himself rocket science and built a company that revolutionized space travel. How? By using something called first principles thinking. It's a fancy way of saying he breaks problems down to their most basic parts and rebuilds them from the ground up. Elon questions the rules, challenges assumptions, and rewrites the playbook. Another key part of Elon's intelligence is how fast he can learn. Whether it's diving into engineering, artificial intelligence, or renewable energy, Elon seems to absorb knowledge at lightning speed. He's been known to read entire textbooks over a weekend to master a topic. Let's be honest, most of us are still trying to finish that novel we started 6 months ago. Elon's rapid learning and adaptability allow him to juggle leadership roles in multiple industries. One day he's perfecting Tesla's electric vehicles. The next, he's figuring out how to colonize Mars. His ability to synthesize information and apply it practically is what truly sets him apart from other brilliant minds. Elon's success is about how he applies his intelligence. Plenty of people have high IQs but never achieve what Elon has. His secret sauce? A mix of creativity, relentless curiosity, and an almost superhuman work ethic. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty either. Elon often dives deep into the technical aspects of his projects, which allows him to lead teams of experts effectively. He's not just the big ideas guy, he's in the trenches, solving problems and driving innovation. Speaking of work, Elon is notorious for his insane schedule. He's known for pulling between 80 and 100-hour weeks, often splitting his time between Tesla, SpaceX, and his other ventures. While most of us would crumble under that kind of workload, Elon thrives on it. He approaches challenges with laser focus, breaking them into manageable pieces and attacking them one by one. Elon doesn't just work hard, he works smart. His first principles approach and ability to iterate quickly mean he can solve problems faster than most. It's no wonder he's been able to tackle some of humanity's biggest challenges, from climate change to interplanetary travel. Given all this, it is no wonder that Elon Musk's genius started showing itself early on. Long before he was launching rockets and revolutionizing electric cars, Elon was a curious, ambitious kid with a voracious appetite for knowledge. His love for books was legendary, devouring works like The Lord of the Rings, the Foundation series, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. These stories of daring heroes, intricate worlds, and futuristic possibilities shaped young Elon's worldview. They inspired him to think big, dream boldly, and imagine a future no one else could see. By the age of 10, he had already developed a deep interest in computing and taught himself how to program using the VIC-20 user manual. Let's pause here for a second. This is a 10-year-old teaching himself programming without YouTube tutorials or online coding courses. That's extraordinary. At 12, Elon took his budding programming skills to the next level by creating and selling his first video game, Blaster, to a magazine for $500. The game was simple by today's standards, a space-themed shooter where players destroyed enemy ships, but it was a big deal at the time. And for Elon, it was proof that his ideas could be turned into something valuable. This little milestone hinted at the genius and entrepreneurial spirit that would later change the world. Most kids at 12 are worried about homework or their favorite TV shows. But Elon? He was already laying the groundwork for a career that would redefine multiple industries. Elon's early academic years weren't particularly dazzling, though. He was a good student, but not exactly the type to blow his teachers away. His grades were solid but unspectacular. He earned a 61 in Afrikaans and AB on his senior math certification. Yet behind those average report cards was a mind bursting with potential. By his late teens, Elon was eager to escape South Africa. He disliked the idea of mandatory military service, especially under the apartheid regime, and wanted to explore bigger opportunities. Using his Canadian-born mother's citizenship, he applied for a Canadian passport and left for North America as soon as he could. While waiting for his paperwork, he briefly attended the University of Pretoria but soon found his way to Canada. Once there, Elon worked odd jobs to support himself, on farms and in lumber mills, before enrolling at Queen's University in Ontario. 2 years later, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned degrees in physics and economics. And here's a fun fact: Elon paid for some of his tuition by hosting huge ticketed house parties. Who knew the future space mogul also had a flair for event planning? But Elon's curiosity didn't stop at school. During his college years, he held internships that hinted at his future interests: energy storage and video game development. After graduation, he briefly considered pursuing a PhD at Stanford University but dropped out after just 2 days because the internet boom was calling, and Elon wasn't about to miss it. His first big venture, Zip2, was an online city guide that offered maps and business directories, a revolutionary idea at the time. Elon coded the platform himself, working late nights in a tiny rented office. When the company was sold to Compaq for $307 million, Musk walked away with $22 million. Not bad for a guy in his 20s. Next came a-xii, an online payment platform that eventually morphed into PayPal after merging with a competitor. While Elon's leadership style ruffled feathers, he preferred Microsoft-based systems while others swore by Unix. The company thrived. After he stepped down as CEO, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion in 2002, netting Musk $176 million as the largest shareholder. At this point, most people would retire, maybe buy an island, and call it a day. But Elon wasn't done. His genius and drive wouldn't let him stop there. Elon's genius goes galactic. The next step for Elon Musk after PayPal was out of this world. Armed with millions from the sale of PayPal to eBay in 2002, Elon could have taken it easy, but that's not his style. Instead of retiring on a beach somewhere, he set his sights on something far more ambitious: space. Elon wanted to revolutionize how humanity reaches for the stars. His fascination with Mars had been brewing for years. In 2001, he toyed with the idea of funding a project to send a greenhouse to Mars, but after a frustrating trip to Russia to buy rockets, spoiler alert, it didn't go well. Elon decided to take matters into his own hands. Why buy overpriced rockets when you can build your own? In 2002, Elon founded SpaceX using $100 million of his own money. With SpaceX, Elon had one clear mission: to make space travel affordable and eventually colonize Mars. It sounds like a sci-fi plot, but Elon wasn't joking. He became SpaceX's CEO and chief engineer, immersing himself in rocket science like a man on a mission. SpaceX's journey wasn't exactly smooth sailing. Its first 3 launches of the Falcon 9 rocket failed spectacularly. Each failure brought Elon and his company dangerously close to bankruptcy. But in 2008, the 4th attempt succeeded, and the Falcon 9 became the first privately funded rocket to reach orbit. That breakthrough earned SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract with NASA to resupply the International Space Station, ISS. In 2012, SpaceX's Dragon spacecraft became the first commercial spacecraft to dock with the ISS. Not bad for a company that started with near-total skepticism from the aerospace industry. Here's where Elon's genius really shines: reusable rockets. Traditionally, rockets were one and done. They launched, and then their parts burned up or splashed into the ocean, never to be used again. Elon thought that was wildly inefficient, so he pushed SpaceX to design rockets that could return and land vertically, ready to be reused. In 2015, SpaceX achieved a historic milestone by landing the first stage of a Falcon 9 rocket back on solid ground. A year later, The company landed a rocket on a drone ship in the middle of the ocean. Today, reusable rockets are central to SpaceX's operations, slashing the cost of space travel and proving Elon's critics wrong yet again. In 2015, SpaceX began developing Starlink, a constellation of low Earth orbit satellites designed to provide high-speed internet to even the most remote corners of the planet. Starlink launched its first operational satellites in 2019, and the project now boasts thousands of satellites in orbit. Sure, some astronomers have grumbled about the satellites interfering with their telescopes, but the impact has been groundbreaking. From rural areas to war zones, Starlink has provided crucial internet access where traditional providers fall short. And then there's Tesla. While SpaceX was reaching for the stars, Elon was also reshaping life here on Earth. Elon joined Tesla in 2004, leading an investment round and eventually becoming its CEO. His vision? To accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Tesla's early Roadster was impressive, but the company really hit its stride with the Model S, Model X, and especially the Model 3, a mass-market electric car that made EVs mainstream. In 2021, Tesla's Model 3 became the first electric car to sell over 1 million units. Not content with cars, Tesla has also pioneered battery technology, solar energy solutions, and even the Cybertruck, a futuristic, angular electric pickup truck that finally hit the market in 2023. Under Elon's leadership, Tesla became the most valuable car maker in the world, with a market cap that broke $1 trillion in 2021. If rockets and electric cars weren't ambitious enough, Elon co-founded Neuralink in 2016, intending to merge the human brain with artificial intelligence. Yes, really. Neuralink is working on brain implants that could treat neurological conditions like Alzheimer's and spinal cord injuries, or even allow humans to control devices with their thoughts. While some neuroscientists are skeptical of Elon's bold claims, Neuralink is undeniably pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Whether it's developing brain-machine interfaces or exploring futuristic medical solutions, Elon is once again thinking decades ahead. You're probably wondering, what does Elon Musk's son, a-xii A-12, have to do with all of this? Well, stay with us just a little longer before we get to that part. Elon's vision for the future. So, what's Elon up to now? He's the kind of person who hears impossible and takes it as a personal challenge. Let's dive into some of his most ambitious projects, the ones that could quite literally change life as we know it. Imagine a world where you never have to do laundry, take out the trash, or even make your morning coffee. That's the vision behind the Tesla Bot, Elon's humanoid robot designed to tackle boring, repetitive, or dangerous tasks. Unveiled at Tesla's AI robot event in October 2024, the bot wowed the crowd by demonstrating its ability to perform real-world chores and interact with humans in fun, engaging ways. One of the event's highlights? Watching a Tesla bot play a game of rock, paper, scissors with a guest. The robot showcased its real-time decision-making abilities, which are powered by the same AI technology Tesla uses for its self-driving cars. If that wasn't enough, robot bartenders were serving drinks to attendees, proving that these machines could blend utility with charm. Elon envisions a future where these robots become household companions, handling everything from cleaning to industrial tasks. It's a bold idea, but let's face it, if anyone can pull it off, it's Elon Musk. Self-driving cars might still feel like science fiction, but Elon is on a mission to make them the norm. At the same AI robot event, Tesla revealed its next-gen autonomous vehicles, including the much-anticipated robotaxi. This fully self-driving car doesn't even have a steering wheel or pedals, because honestly, who needs them when the AI can handle it all? Elon also introduced the Tesla Robovan, a larger autonomous vehicle designed for public transport or cargo delivery. Picture a sleek electric van ferrying 20 people across town or delivering packages with pinpoint efficiency. These vehicles, powered by Tesla's full self-driving software, are part of Elon's grand vision to eliminate human error on the roads, reduce emissions, and transform urban mobility. It's not a question of if it will happen, but when. Hate traffic? So does Elon Musk, and his solution is as wild as it is brilliant: go underground. The Boring Company, another one of Elon's ventures, is developing high-speed tunnel systems that could make urban congestion a thing of the past. The Las Vegas Loop is the company's flagship project, with Tesla vehicles already zipping passengers between stations beneath the city. But Elon has even bigger plans, including expanding to other cities like Austin and Miami. The idea is to create a network of underground highways where autonomous electric vehicles can whisk passengers around at lightning speed. Elon's latest venture, a-xii, might just be his most philosophical yet. Founded in 2023, a-xii aims to understand the true nature of the universe using artificial intelligence. It's a lofty goal, but with Elon at the helm, it feels within reach. One of a-xii's standout creations is Grok, an AI chatbot with a touch of humor inspired by The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Grok is about making AI feel human, approachable, and even a little fun. But a-xii is also tackling serious challenges, from advancing scientific discovery to enhancing education. Elon believes AI should be a tool for progress, not a threat, and a-xii is his way of steering that narrative. Sure, some people think his ideas are too far-fetched, but Elon has proven time and again that the impossible is just another problem waiting to be solved. And honestly, isn't that what we all want? A future that feels like magic made real? The next generation of geniuses. It's clear that someone will eventually have to take the reins from Elon Musk, unless, of course, he invents a way to live forever, which, knowing Elon, isn't entirely out of the question. But as he continues to defy expectations in tech, AI, and space exploration, the question of succession looms large. Many are now speculating that the answer might come from his youngest children, the ones he shares with a-xii. Why? Because a-xii is no ordinary co-parent. She's a powerhouse in her own right, with a resume that reads like a checklist for world domination in science and tech. With brains like Elon's and a-xii's in the mix, it's no wonder people are already imagining these kids growing up to be the next leaders of humanity's future. Let's take a closer look at a-xii, her impressive achievements, and why her partnership with Elon has everyone buzzing about what their children might accomplish. A-xii is a trailblazer in the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Born and raised in Ontario, Canada, a-xii attended Yale University, where she studied economics and philosophy. After graduating, she launched a career that would eventually bring her to the forefront of AI innovation. a-xii cut her teeth at IBM before joining Bloomberg, where she worked on partnerships and startups. From there, her career leaped into venture capital, and soon she was directing cutting-edge projects at OpenAI, a company co-founded by Elon Musk. By 2016, she had become the youngest member of OpenAI's board of directors. Later, she moved on to Neuralink, Elon's brain-machine interface company, where she now serves as the director of special projects. In her words, Neuralink is the most complicated but fascinating thing she has ever encountered. That's quite a statement coming from someone whose entire career has been steeped in high-stakes innovation. a-xii's connection to Elon began professionally, but over time, their shared passion for science and technology turned into a personal bond. The two share 3 children, twins Strider and a-xii, born in 2021, and a third child born in 2024. Their relationship and family dynamic are like everything else about Elon's life, unconventional but deeply rooted in their shared vision for the future. a-xii has publicly defended Musk's sometimes controversial statements, describing him as someone who endures personal pain to fight for an inspiring future for humanity. Together, they represent a union of two highly ambitious, scientifically driven minds. When you combine Elon Musk's relentless ambition with a-xii's sharp intellect, you can't help but wonder about their children's future. The twins, Strider and a-xii, are already a subject of fascination, with media outlets speculating about the kind of upbringing they'll have. Will these kids grow up in labs and boardrooms? Will they inherit the pressure to follow in their parents' footsteps and take on humanity's greatest challenges? But here's the thing, a-xii and Elon don't seem like the kind of parents who will force their kids into a rigid mold. If anything, their approach might mirror Elon's own childhood, filled with books, curiosity, and opportunities to explore. After all, the best innovation often comes from an environment of freedom and discovery. Meet the mini Musk. Here our story becomes even more interesting. This is where Elon Musk's son, a-xii A-12, affectionately called X, enters the picture. At just 4 years old, X isn't living an ordinary toddler life filled with crayons and cartoons. No, this little one is rubbing shoulders with CEOs and tech moguls, making headlines every time he appears alongside his father at major events. Let's start with the name. a-xii A-12 Musk, later adjusted to a-xii A-12 to comply with California's naming laws, is pronounced a-xii A-12. While it might sound more like a code than a name, every part of it has a special meaning. Elon explained on the Joe Rogan Experience that the X stands for the unknown variable, Ash reflects Grimes's artistic influence, and A-12 is Elon's contribution, a nod to the Archangel 12, the precursor to the State Route 71 Blackbird aircraft. This unique name is just the beginning of X's extraordinary journey. Born to a world-renowned entrepreneur and a creative artist, X's life was never going to be ordinary. Elon Musk, known for pushing boundaries in both his personal and professional life, approaches parenting with the same mindset. For him, parenting is about immersing his kids in his world of innovation, problem-solving, and leadership. And X? He's been getting a front-row seat to it all. In December 2024, X stole the show when he joined Elon for a bunch of meetings. Pictures of Elon carrying X on his shoulders went viral, with the little one dressed sharply in dress pants, a gray sweater, and a sports jacket. Elon looked every bit the proud dad, smiling as they navigated a sea of reporters. Inside the meetings, X reportedly charmed everyone with his presence. A now iconic photo of the duo making identical facial expressions made waves online, leaving people wondering if X is already learning the art of public relations from his father. In September 2023, he was spotted at the headquarters of X, formerly Twitter, sitting in on business meetings. For most toddlers, the chaos of a tech office would be overwhelming, but not for X. He seemed perfectly at ease, observing the flurry of activity around him. A few months later, in November 2024, X joined Elon at a business party. Photos captured him sitting on his dad's shoulders, soaking in the lively atmosphere. But these outings might be strategic. Elon Musk has always been a forward thinker, someone who plans for generations ahead. Could his frequent appearances with X be part of a long-term vision to prepare his son for a future role in Musk's empire? a-xii A-12's intelligence. After so much speculation, Elon Musk finally decided to reveal details about his son a-xii A-12's intelligence. And just watch this. In a rare and candid moment, Musk opened up about his 4-year-old son, painting a picture of a child with a mind that seems destined for greatness. And in true Musk fashion, he didn't shy away from making bold claims. He's a genius, Elon said with a mix of pride and awe. Elon described X as someone who is already showing remarkable curiosity about the world of business, science, and the future. According to Elon, X's level of interest and understanding far exceeds what anyone would expect from a 4-year-old. It's fascinating to me how much he's drawn to these things, Elon shared. He reminds me of myself when I was little, only he started much earlier. Elon has never been one to shy away from high expectations, and it seems X is no exception. If I don't reach Mars in my lifetime, I'm certain X will. He's got the kind of mind the world isn't ready for yet. Beyond space, Elon revealed that X is already showing an unusual interest in the mechanics of business. Whether it's tagging along to meetings or observing the buzz at Tesla and SpaceX headquarters, X is soaking up the environment like a sponge. What are your thoughts on Elon Musk's claim that his son a-xii A-12 is a genius? Do you think intelligence can be recognized so early in a child? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more.